Okay, thank you all for coming. I will be rather quick, I hope. I will show you today several, or about 10 or 15 websites for self-studying English, right? So you can do different things when you study the language, English, for example. So if we speak about the skills, what's a skill? You know the word skills? No. Good. So you develop skills, right? What skills do you develop? Do you remember? What do you develop?
School volunteers.
Which one works? No. Почему не работает?
Следующий слайд. Наверное, либо клавиатура или мышка лучше.
Yeah, skills, good. So what skills we have? Listening, reading, writing, and speaking, right? When learning English, when learning any foreign language, you're supposed to understand what people say, so that's listening. You're supposed to read, right? You're supposed to write and to speak or express your opinion. According to the purpose, there can be different purpose for studying the language. General English, this is English for general conversation, for introducing yourself, for asking about the hobbies, something like this. And ESP, English for specific purposes. What is it? Do you know that? Specific purposes can be what? Science, for example. What else? Business, medicine. Yes, so like business, management, something. A specific purpose. You need it for some specific purpose. Good? Speaking about general English, the first website is the British Council website. You know, the British Council is the organization that was established in Great Britain and they promote English language. Some of you know this website. I have already shown you. Here we have. So, if you look at the top of the site, you can see listen and watch, grammar vocabulary, fun games, business and work writing. This is IELTS. This is the international examination, right? So it's international English language test system. And apps, it's application for the mobile, for your mobile. If you have grammar and vocabulary section, for example, you can find something that you like. Here's Speak Your Wits. Some of you have done that, right? We've done with some of you that. It's a game. So this is the game, for example. So you can guess what it is. You have these words, and then if you just press this start button, you're supposed to recognize what it is, what the picture is. What is
Little.
a rucksack? Is it a rucksack? Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, for example, find the word. Something else? Next picture. That's the fun game, right? For example. What is this? Bag. A bag. Where is bag? First, here it is. Yeah. And one more picture. That's very easy. That's for children, right? So, but it's a game. What is this? A bracelet. Yeah. So that's, for example, that's about that. If you speak about the grammar, real grammar, so grammar and words, you can find that. Here you have adjectives and preposition, articles. That next. British American English, conditionals, comparing, contrasting, capital letters, apostrophes. So, anything you like. That's fine. Future plans, for example. For example, so you open the brackets, yes? Can you open the bracket? Can anyone does it? Can anyone do it? It's really hot in here. It's future plans. Topic. let it go. For example, all the college majors that we listen in the morning, right? So you listen to something, then answer the question, and then you can get the final score, and you will get the right answers. You can check yourself. You see? That's for you, make it easy. One more website for listening. If you like watching movies, do you like watching movies?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's good. So here you have not only watching, here you have conversation, practices, learning, and so on, but if it's listening, for example, here is not the movies, this one is about just listening. You can choose here. Here's video, yes, for example, speak English in a second language, learn English, word lessons, introduction, and so on. You can pronunciation, greetings, phrases, you can watch it, you can repeat after them and do whatever you want here. And it's actually also learning. And this one is about the movies. It's about the internet. There's the movies. The Great Gatsby, for example. Or then we have listening quiz. What's quiz? You know quiz?
Victorina.
Victorina, yes. Something to check, right? So here's English, listening, comprehension quizzes for English as a second language and foreign language. For example, you listen. We're not going to listen. But you can listen to, for example, customer request, it's called. You listen, then put down all the questions, and then you can also check your answers by opening the arrows, right? So just clicking the arrows, you can check yourself. Bless you. Here's also video. Here we have Gladiator, for example. Does anyone like Gladiator? The movie? Oxford University Press. It's a publishing house that publishes books, right? And this is grammar. Basic, intermediate, and advanced. You can start with basic if you want, or intermediate, and you can do some tests, practice exercises. There is also a test, for example, practice exercise 1. There is a test. Take a test to find out what grammar you need to practice. So that means it will show you what kind of grammar you need to practice. If you start with basic, take the test, for example, start and so on. You will, my brother is a teacher. Sandra doesn't listen. Then you, okay? John is, well, you living in Cambridge? Okay. Then you have to type it, right? Word in the box. Last night we. Last night we were, for example, right? Then a new pair of shoes yesterday. I bought. Last week I didn't. The word I walked. Now if I walked, yes, I didn't drive. So at 6 o'clock this morning was. Have you ever been? So that's a lot of sections when I'm going to do all this stuff. Yes, so you can see that, and then you will find in the end what grammar you really need to do. Okay, this one, and then breakingnewsenglish.com. This one, you also might know that. Sometimes I give you this mini lessons, and it's according to the level. And for example, science and technology or something you can find. If you find something for your home reading, yes, for home reading, you can use this text. If it's for home reading. So different things. For example, something that is, look here, if you have a look here. we read different topics, but for example, new printer with enough ink for 2 years. Do you believe there will be a printer with the ink enough for 2 years? Ink? Что такое ink? In the printer, ink, чернила. So enough for 2 years, a printer with ink. Заправлять не надо будет, да? For 2 years. Okay. That's the breaking English. You can find it. One more thing. Here, grammar help. English tenses and questions and clauses. Yes, no question. Questions with tag, like in questions and so on. For example, yes, no questions. You can practice, you can do exercises. It's the rules. Yeah, you can read how it is formed, and then you can practice it having this exercise. For example, he loves this town. Transform sentence into yes, no question.
Does he love this town?
Does he love this town? With Masha, thank you. They like soccer.
Do they like?
Do this. You can type in and then again check the answers. You can check the answers. Yeah. So you can see the score. Our score is 0 today. Well. It's an international English language test system. One is TOEFL. It's a test of English as a foreign language. And they also have Cambridge certificates, Cambridge Advanced English or Cambridge Professional English. These exams are international. They are recognized in universities. If you want to study abroad, you are supposed to take this exam, right? Who has thought of taking the exam? Has anyone? Кто-нибудь хотел бы сдать экзамен? О, чего хотел бы? TOEFL, IELTS, CAE or something. Okay, if you think of that, there are several websites that help you. I will just show them to you. So for example, Cambridge English, and this one is very good because you can test yourself. You can test how to choose this exam, yes? Here, things like here. Why choose and some way here. The results. So that's the structure of the exam, for example, why, how to do, to prepare, and so on. It's for Cambridge English. Cambridge English certificates is good because they are lifelong. You pass it once, and it's for the lifelong. That's here. You can check yourself. Test your English. Begin test. It will show you what kind of exam you can take nowadays. Yeah? So this kind of, for example, begin test in several languages. It's only 25 questions. Shall we do it quickly? Okay. When can we meet again? For this question below, please choose the best option to complete the sentence and conversation. Что подходит на этот вопрос? Как думаете?
It was today.
When can we meet again?
First one.
When are you free? Okay. My aunt is going to stay with me.
How long?
When do you study?
In the evenings.
Would you prefer lemonade or orange juice?
Have you read anything else?
Yeah. Let's have dinner now.
Aren't any. There aren't any.
There aren't any, okay?
No.
The snow was heavily when I left the house.
Falling.
Falling, okay. I can't find my keys anywhere. Must have left them at work. Okay, we'll check it. When a car pulled out in front of her, Jane did well not to control of her bicycle. Not to lose control, okay? According to Richards, the train leaves at 7 o'clock. Is it an opinion about the timetable of the train?
Information.
Yep. No?
Information.
When you stay in the country for some time, you get used to the people's habit of life, custom of life, way of life, system of life.
Way of...
Way of life, okay.
No?
We'll check it. The builder good progress with the new house.
Like,
Making good progress. She is now taking a more positive to her studies and should do well.
Style. No.
What do you think those two? Manner? No? Behavior, okay. Let's check here. My father, his new car for 2 weeks now. For 2 weeks, just
Is heavy.
has had, right? So what differences are there? The English spoken in the UK and the English spoken in the US. Between. At 6 p.m. I started to get angry with him because he was late.
as usual.
As usual. A little bit more. You get your father's permission. I'll take you skiing next weekend.
Unless.
Okay. A local company has agreed the school team with football shirts. Give.
No?
To give the school team.
No.
Yeah, I really enjoy stories that are in the distant future. That old saucepan will come in when we go camping. Saucepan, кастрюля. Into handy. Anyone after the start of the play is not allowed in until the interval.
Yes.
Let it be arriving. I think it's the end. Yep. I didn't driving home in the storm, so I stayed overnight in a hotel. The judge said that those prepared to in crime must be ready to suffer the consequences.
And
Involved, prepared. Marian seemed to take at my comments on her work. Okay, let it be insult. You should not have a dog if you are not to look after it. Prepared. The farmhouse was so isolated that they had to generate their own electricity.
power. Current.
So, well done for completing the test. Your score is 16 out of 25. Based on your test score, here is information about the Cambridge English exam that you are appropriate for. So you can take for English, Cambridge English key, yes. Preliminary, first certificate. Ну, 16 это у нас сколько, да? Cambridge English first certificate. Review your answers. That was right, that was right.
А можно так быстро?
19, пожалуйста.
Так быстро?
Да,
From the beginning.
Вот, да, да, да.
Ой, ну давай. Я говорю,
Heavy это не хуже. Окей.
О, трамвай, неправильно.
Set in the future, not place. Set in the future.
О, видишь,
Arriving, that's correct. Yeah. Fancy, that's not one. I'm not fancy driving, that's the phrase, yes, like I'm not fancy doing something, I don't like it.
непонятно что, надо было убирать.
Okay. And supply. Electricity. Current это ток сам по себе, поток. Как вы можете сказать ток свой? Supply, то обеспечивать электричеством. So it's a supply. Okay, that's what you can do. There's a code once more. Preparation. It's IELTS, it's British examination. It's international English language testing system. It's prepare for your test. How to prepare, understand the format, pre-practice tests you have if you really want to do that. Then it's practice activities, resources, and so on. You can have a look if you fancy taking the exam. This is TOEFL. This is TOEFL examination. This is American one. This is the test of English as a foreign language. That's again preparation. Purpose, you can read about scoring, number of questions, and then here we have the structure practice. Test 1, numbers, questions, and you can test yourself and check if you really think of that, right? Testing. There's also, here is also answers, English grammar, it's also here preparation, essay, writing, compositions, prepositions, grammar, and so on. This for international examinations is very good way. Exam preparation, that is. Now ESP resources, that's what I would like to show you to find home reading, домашнее чтение. That's the information about what you do. So BBC Science, British Broadcasting Corporation, is British English, it's BBC. You can have a look here. You have to watch and something to read. Here we have sports, weather, earth, future. Let me find where it is. For example, science and environment. Sea giants need urgent protection, for example. That's about the climate change and about the big fish, for example. Yes, it's an article. You can read it, you can take it, you can review it if you want, and so on. The one is Voice of America. It's American English. It's also, you have videos, audios, and you have nothing else, I think. There is video and audio. You can listen to, for example, entertainment, business, economics, science, and technology. Snake robot acts like real snake, for example. Question for NASA after rocket explosion. You can only listen to it and have this related articles. When you're going to listen, it's not really good here, okay? You can have a look and do it yourself at home. University of Oxford. You know Oxford University? Where is Oxford University? Great Britain, right? So, podcasts. Yes, I've already shown to someone. You can choose here. The department and colleges, and here we have, so, where was the physics, yeah, for example. And you have the lectures. You can listen to lectures if you really are interested in this. Yes, so the lectures from the Oxford University professors. You can listen to them, right? Yep. You can choose quantum measurement, space, physics of the violin, the coldest place in the universe, and many, many, many others. You can choose it. That's about Oxford. And also the same is about Cambridge University. Cambridge University also has video and audio, and you also can choose something if you are interested in moral science, understanding microbiome, communities, function, structure, dynamics, entrepreneurship. Here you can choose according to the department. Yeah. African Studies, European Society Lectures. So you can choose it here from the science, okay? What's MIT? You know what MIT is? Okay, I told you. Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Open course where they also have podcasts, audio video lectures. You can choose mathematics or is it physics here? Can you find? Physics, yeah? Science Technology Society, physics, and then you choose if you really are interested in anything like this, you can do podcasts in English.
One for physics.
And for the pay for the articles, they have to go. They asked me. Don't worry, we'll finish very quickly. The Naked Scientist. You can have here podcasts of articles for your home reading, especially those who do master's degree, the magistratura especially. Training for engineers, for example. You can find Naked Scientists. Are you a PhD student with a desire to be a broadcaster too, for example? You can read articles, you can find the articles, physics, for example, articles in physics. History of superconductivity, for example. No article. Solar cells. So this is an article. You can read it for your home reading. You can choose it. Physics Today. Very quickly. Here is the article. Lunar formation, nature of the moon. You can choose it and read it, for example, for three times. No, you do it at home. You will to read it now. New Scientist. It's the same thing. You also can find it. Environment, technology, for example, space or whatever, and you find something. This is also smart health monitors to predict your medical future. It's also an article. And this is not from Wikipedia. Yes, this is written by English-speaking people. It is correct. And you can read it, and it has some information that is really interesting. And one more thing is mobile applications. Mobile applications for your Android, if you have application for your mobile phones. 15 applications. They will help you learn English. Listen and Speak, for example, the first one. Yes, it's an awesome Android application that helps language learners improve their foreign language learning using a set of templates of how words should be pronounced and understood. You can listen to your telephone. Telephone will tell you how to pronounce the word. Then this is one more. Busu, this is heading community of language learners. If you want to learn language, you can find someone from another country who also learns English, and you can actually communicate with this person. Cartoon is the pictorial dictionary, for example. Then, ideal application for beginners. Podcasts for learners, if you are interested in something specific. Fluent English. Helps improve their speaking and listening skills. You can listen to different voices. Elementary, provided the British Council. Verb Trainer, that's about the verbs and irregular verbs. Here, basically irregular verb dictionary for English learners that contains over 489 irregular verbs. You can have your irregular verbs in your mobile phone. What's a regular verb? What are the irregular verbs? Неправильные глаголы. Good. Phrasal verbs, if you're interested in. Idioms, question tags. You can make questions with your telephone. You can talk to your telephone actually in English. When 50 languages. level cracker. It's like a game if you want. So that was what I wanted to tell you today about the resources. If you are interested in these resources, you can take my presentation and you can use it. And for your home reading, you have to use it, right? Not only you want, but you have to find the information from the really good websites, from Naked Science, Physics Today, newscientist.com. Thank you very much for your attention. That's it for today. So Good. So, welcome to use the websites. Thank you. Все, свободно. Спасибо.
Thank you.
Кому интересно, пожалуйста, все записали.
Маш, что нам делать на
Мы можем здесь